Okay, honestly, this is just a really weird story, man. It's sad, really. That's the one big thing I can pull from this. This is just sad, man. How far shit has gotten to the point where literally a Smash Bros. Ultimate reference can get a whole school shut down because everyone's in fear, right? So, today we're going to be talking about a note, or quote-unquote note, that was sent out to a bunch of students and parents of a anonymous school, at least from what I can tell from this article, over a Smash Bros. Ultimate kind of reference, I guess, on a chalkboard or on a smartboard in the school that was mistaken for a school shooting threat. So for those of you who don't know what Smash Bros. Their logo looks like, okay, I'm going to show it on the screen right now. This is the Smash Brothers logo. Yes, you are going to be able to see it. It looks, I guess, a little bit like a crosshair to a sniper or something, right? I guess. I mean, if you really stretch it, you can see that. So recently, obviously, Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out on the Nintendo Switch, one of the biggest releases of the year for video games, okay? Pretty popular game, one of the popular game franchises for Nintendo, featuring plenty of recognizable characters. I mean, goddamn, Mario. Gee, you know what? If I even sat here and tried to name all of them from all of the franchises that Nintendo has, we'd be here for a while, right? Good game, by the way. It's pretty fun. I've enjoyed it so far. But unfortunately, America has just gotten to the point where kids almost can't be kids anymore. There's just... What the fuck can you do as a child anymore? You can't go outside and play very often anymore without parents freaking out because of kidnappings. You can't go to school because that shit gets smacked and pretty much every day, it seems like, with a school shooting. You got pedophiles coming all over the place online, so it seems like kids today just can't do shit. So a few days before Smash Bros. Releases, a student at this school wrote on a school whiteboard, December 7th, time to, and then wrote the Smash logo. Seems pretty harmless to those of us who obviously know what he's referring to. You know, seems harmless, right? He's excited for the game. He's showing that he's passionate about the game. He's talking, I guess, almost in a way that other people who are excited for the game can look at that and, you know, be excited for it too. But now that we've seen the icon, and I guess people who don't know really about Smash Bros. And shit like that have been able to see it, obviously, kids kind of freaked out a little bit. They reported this to the school office about a potential threat. Knowing kids and how schools work, this sparks a bunch of fucking rumors. Kids are freaking out all over the place. The local police department gets involved because the school has to take it seriously. Classes end up getting canceled. The police come through and comb the school down. They investigate and shit as everyone's gone, right? And then they figure out, obviously, that this kid, or whoever wrote this on there, is referring to a fucking video game at school. So here is actually the letter, December 5th, 2018. Dear students and parents, the letter is to communicate you the details of a rumored threat of a shooter on Friday. First, I'd like to communicate that the threat is nothing more than a rumor. There was writing left on a classroom that said, December 7th, time to, and then it shows the logo. There were some students who did not know what that symbol stood for and interpreted it as a threat of a school shooter on that day. As we would expect and encourage, this was reported to the office. It was investigated with the sheriff department. It was found to be a symbol for a video game that's set to be released on December 7th. It was merely a statement of anticipation for this release. So, this is insane, right? Okay, to any of us who grew up pretty much, well, went to school before like the year 2013, right? This is just almost insane. And it's sad that the world has gotten to the point where a kid can't even write the goddamn logo to a video game franchise that he likes without it being taken as a school shooting threat. And realistically, you can't blame the school, and you can't blame these kids who don't know what that means, because especially here in the United States, man, like, you have to take shit like this seriously. This shit is commonplace. School shootings are so common now that you have to take this kind of stuff seriously. I mean, I'm 18, right? I just graduated high school a few months ago, okay? I can remember, though, in elementary school, shit like this, dude, this would have been nothing. Until I was in about 5th grade, right? School shootings, they happened, but they weren't like as common as they are now. As a matter of fact, at my school, it was actually, I think, in 5th grade that they installed all this new security shit in the school where, like, you have to ring in to the superintendent. There's a camera so they can identify who you are. The doors are all locked. They have, like, industry locks on them. They have police in schools now that are armed and shit like that. Like, until about 5th grade, we didn't have any of that. people could just walk in and out of the school at all times. You didn't have to worry about a kid bringing a gun into school and killing everybody. You didn't have to worry, especially even if you didn't know the symbol. If someone wrote something like this on the whiteboard, you didn't really have to worry about that getting taken to the point where, like, classes were canceled, kids were evacuated out of the school and taken out, police were, like, just combing the school for information and stuff. You didn't have to worry about that. You might have ended up in the principals, but that was really about as far as it ever would have been taken. But now the world is so much different, and it's only been a few years. So you can't blame the school, you can't blame parents for being worried, you can't blame the police for doing their job, and you can't even honestly blame the kid because he's a goddamn kid, man. Even if he's in high school and stuff, like, do you really think he wrote that thinking that? Do you realistically think that, like, he wrote that with any ill will? I mean, he was excited about a fucking video game, man. I mean, kids are gonna be kids regardless. Like, you have to still allow kids to grow up and be excited for shit. Like, the world is so just radical now. Being a kid now is actually hard, man. Like, there's a lot to worry about, especially, like, when you do these drills and shit at school all the time where they literally train you in case someone comes in the school with a gun to kill you. Like, kids aren't enjoying that shit, man. Like, come on. You gotta let them live a little bit. But I mean, I understand all sides of it. It's just sad that the world has gotten so bad. And then I see things like, it's sad, man. And then because he actually went to the office, the person who did this, and he tried to explain it, right? Like, he tried to explain what's going on, and then rumors start spreading, and you know how kids are. This shit's just normal. But somebody who just makes a harmless reference to a video game, he has all these police and shit questioning him about this over a video game, and then all of his peers at school are spreading rumors that he's gonna kill everyone. It's sad, man. I don't know, things like this make me feel old, dude. They make me feel way older than I am, because this never would have happened when I was a kid. Realistically, it would have never have happened. Then again, we didn't really have to worry about shootings and all kinds of shit, and yes, I understand that the logo can be misinterpreted and whatnot, and while we're even here on the topic, because this could have went so much worse, right? Can you imagine if this poor kid had been not believed? Like, if the school administration, if the police, if his peers even didn't believe that this was just a gaming reference? Can you imagine being that poor kid in that situation where you just come to school, you're excited for December 7th when a new game that you're really excited for is going to release, you think that you're innocent enough to just fucking write this on the board and to write the logo of this gaming franchise on the board, and then you try to explain your way out of it when people get freaked out, and then you just can't because they don't believe you. I mean, that could have legitimately happened, especially in today's society where people, like, just right there at the snap of a fingers, they're excited or they're scared, especially when it comes to school shootings and shit. Like, it very well could have gone down that way. This could very well have ended up way worse. He could have lost scholarships, he could have been fucking arrested and charged, he could have been expelled from school, all because he was excited about a video game, he decided to write a reference to it on a whiteboard, and just because some people didn't understand what he was saying or what he was trying to convey, and they thought he was trying to hurt people, that would have just been fucking tragic, man. That would have been a very horrible situation, especially, I couldn't imagine having to go through something like this. Because regardless of whether or not this letter was sent out to help, I guess, kind of clear up the rumors and to inform people, his reputation will forever be tarnished by this. His classmates will always think something's up with him, right? That's so shitty, man. That's just so terrible, really. Just to be excited for something and then for it to pretty much ruin your reputation and literally almost get you pretty much in trouble for something that you didn't even do or convey. It's just crazy to think, like, when I was in middle school even, like, right after Sandy Hook and all this happened, right, like, we could literally just be in class talking about Call of Duty, like, oh yeah, I was shredding kids with an M4 last night, dude, I had so many kills, like, we would talk about, like, the most just disturbing shit to the people who are untrained to that kind of stuff, about Call of Duty matches and things like that, and nothing ever really came of things like that. I mean, the world is even different now compared to what I was in middle school. Yeah, there was, like, the major shootings and stuff like that, but now they're just so commonplace, and I get that, but this is just a real shitty situation all around, and I can't imagine what it's like to have been that kid who literally just did nothing really wrong, just showed his excitement over a video game, and how has all of these rumors spread about him, has these articles written about something that he did just literally just to show interest in a game, being interrogated by all these police and shit, and pretty much being accused of doing something before anyone really has the facts and information. Anyways, I mean, that's really all there is to say on the topic, I guess, but yeah, Smash Bros. Ultimate is a good game. I've enjoyed it. I'm glad to see that there was obviously other people who were excited to play the game, even if that resulted in, well, schools getting shut down. And don't be surprised if here in the next few years you don't hear more stories like this. There's obviously a way that it's happening now, and as long as massacres and shit like that are still pretty much in public view at pretty much all times, and everyone's afraid that they're gonna happen, this kind of shit can keep going on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here, follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus, join the Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. That helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, playing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and signing out.